doing today. So I was doing a little bit of research on YouTube and on the internet, and I decided that I wanted to make a talk box. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I really like Zapp and Roger, and I didn't know if I just had to buy one or if I could make one. And luckily, there's a lot of great videos on YouTube on how to make a talk box. So I went in and looked at a couple of the videos, actually looked at practically almost all of them, and I decided that the best way to make one was to go ahead and look at all the videos and then decide which route I wanted to take, which the route that I took and the way that I put mine together was a little bit different. I haven't seen anybody come out with the one that I have, that I've made. The one that I've made is good, but I am going to make another one that's more professional. That's going to be actually with a horn driver and everything like that. I just want to try this out first, which a lot of people probably are. If they're going to get a Banshee, they might want to just go this route first and check it out and see what they think, and then maybe take the money and purchase a real one or make a real one at full cost. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the components, and there's really not much. So the first thing we have is I'm going to put this up here where everybody can see. It's a All-Tech, and if you can't see that little bit right there, there's a little bit at the bottom there. It says Lansing. What this is it's a speaker for your computer. If you look at it this way, the diameter of this is probably about close to 4 inches. It's about maybe 3.5. The diameter, actually, this is probably about 4. This is probably about 3 inches in the back here. These are USB. There's not really a power cord on them. You just plug it into your USB port on your computer, and it will take care of the rest. So this is what I bought. Now this is the other speaker, and not the speaker that's actually in my talk box. The nice thing about this is if you trim off these edges right here, you can remove this part right here, this whole little stand, and slide this directly into the next part, which I'm going to show you. Alright, so sorry about the wait here. I should have had this put together. This is the actual talk box. Now, you're probably sitting there going, what in the heck is this? This is 3 inch inner diameter PVC pipe. The end caps are 3 inch outer diameter PVC pipe, or 3.5. Pretty much, let's see if I can get this thing open. Alright, so this is what I was just showing you. This is the other speaker. Okay, I've actually mounted this in here. I was gonna glue everything together, but I decided not to, so I scraped all that glue off. This is the volume. Now this is the actual speaker that's got the power cord running out of it that goes to the USB port. You can tell that because it's got the little indicator light right there. So all I did was I pretty much just shoved this thing in here. It's not extremely tight. I bored a hole which is the same size as this, which these are the 2 cords right here. Okay, this is the USB and the jack, the headphone jack or stereo jack, whatever you want to call it. Notice that it's got the multiple rings on it, the 2 rings, so that means it is full stereo instead of just mono, which doesn't matter because there's no other speaker. So you cap the ends, and pretty much what I did was I just put it on here, push it nice and tight. It's got a little bit of space. I mean, there's probably like 1.5 inches, maybe less than that, of space. And then all you do is put your tubing. My tubing is 1/2 inch, and that's on the outer diameter. It looks like a lot more and it might be, but it said it was 1/2 inch, so I grabbed it. It's not too hard to manipulate in your mouth, but I mean, I've seen other ones that are bigger. Um, so I tried it first just using this and just shoving it in the tubing, but I found that it helps out a lot if you plug it in, and there's a little bit of wiggle room. Pull it back out, put a little bit of tape on there, and shove it back in. Now, I will give you a little bit of a demonstration with this. But the one thing I do want to say about this is it's not extremely loud, which obviously that goes without saying. None of these that you're going to make that are going to be so-called ghetto box or ghetto talk box where you're doing everything and jerry-rigging it and all that stuff. None of that stuff is really going to be that great unless you're going to really spend the money to do it the right way. Now, if you're just wanting to try it out and even see, like I said earlier, if you even want to spend the money, this is great. But out of all of the prototypes that I've seen and people using these, this one, if I cap the end down here, right, and I got this joker playing, and I cap this end, you don't hear anything coming out of this. This thing is sealed. When you push down on this, it suctions all the air out through the tube, and this joker is on here. I mean, it takes a lot of force to get it off. So that is the nice thing about it. And the end here is just taped up. I know that sounds stupid, but let me tell you something. I've got like 3 layers of tape on this thing, and it is not leaking really any sound. You might hear a little bit of sound, but that's generally just the vibration coming through the tube. So this is my talk box. I will give you a demonstration of it, and thanks for watching. So I told you guys I would give you a little bit of a demonstration of what this thing sounds like. So I told you it was really quiet, so I'll give you a little bit of an idea. This is without it being capped. This is with it capped. Big difference. Now, say you don't have like a synth setting on your keyboard and you're not working with like a Korg, Roland, whatever it may be. I've been playing piano for a long time, and I never got really around to buying an extremely expensive keyboard. I will one day. But for right now, if you just have just a regular keyboard with the regular settings, maybe like 4 or 5 synth pad style, where it's not very extensive, it's just a couple, and then all your instruments, try to go with a horn or brass selection. Another guy mentioned this in one of his videos. It really gives it a better sound. It gives you that kind of sound where it does sound exactly like a synth when it's in your mouth. You can also use programs like Fruity Loops. What I generally do is I hook this straight up, all my input directly into my computer, and then I run it through. Well, pretty much I hook my keyboard up with my MIDI. Run my MIDI straight into my laptop. Laptop then takes that sound and projects it, and then I hook my out, the sound that's actually coming out of the computer, to my talk box, so that way I can play the sound through my mouth. So I mean, I can go in and have a couple thousands of different sounds that I can have, which is really pretty cool, because then you're not just stuck with the sounds that are on your keyboard. So I do that, and to start out, this is the perfect way of doing it. I will be purchasing probably a bigger and better keyboard later on, but for right now, this one does just fine. So there's not really that much sounds that are big with this thing, but you can do the Roger and Zapp, and then there's, you can do all kinds of different stuff, but Been trying to learn how to play Computer Love. Haven't heard it in so long. That's probably it right there, but you know, just different stuff you can do with it. You know, you could say different stuff. Say you want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And I don't have the pitch modulator where I can just throw the pitch up or down. So a lot of this has to do with your finesse and rolling, taking your sound and you know, if you're working in C and minors, you throw a major in there or you know, a sharp or whatever. So you're not just going. You're actually. Let me show you this. I'll show you one way if you were playing and you just went, you know, I'm going to do this while the camera's faced away, but so that's the way you could say it, okay? Now if you want to break it down so it's each syllable and so that it flows a little bit better, you probably want to play it this way, which is which all you're doing is you're, instead of it being, so which is automatically giving it pitch. Then you do so, you know, get the kind of idea of what I'm talking about. So, let me tell you something. This thing is really fun. You know, you can customize it the way you want it. If you want to paint it, color it, do whatever. You know, you can do whatever you want. This one, if you turn it up extremely loud, it does have a tendency to kind of distort. You know, you can do chords. Chords, this one is really hard. So, anyways, that's the real quick demonstration. I didn't want this to be too long of a video, but you know, it's a fun project. It's not very expensive, and it can get you into playing keyboard, and it can also get you into listening to some great freaking music. If you have never heard of Roger and Zapp, look up I Wanna Be Your Man, and that's wanna, not want to. Look that song up. I mean, that song is just freaking up there. It is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's got a good sound to it. It's just got that beautiful pitch. So if you want to check that out, most definitely. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and leave me a comment or yes or no on this video if you like it, dislike it. I appreciate all the information you can leave me. Thanks a lot. See you.